Did you know there was a Comic-Con over the weekend? I didn't. I didn't get any notifications for that. Actually, I didn't get a notifications until Saturday night. And I'm subscribed to Comic-Con International. Gee, I wonder what happened. Well, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share this video. That's very important on that. And I want to thank those who have subscribed. We're just scrapping onto 400. We just need that 1 or 2 subscribers, which we will be hitting to 400. I mean, we've had about close to 30 subscribers within the last couple of days, last week. A lot of views. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. It gets us further in the algorithm. That's the one thing they can't push back unless they turn the turn off switch on me. If you continue putting these videos out, hitting that like and commenting and continuing to watching and passing this along, sharing it along to everybody, we'll move up and we'll be able to bring even more programming. There's so much that we have in our idea bin, and we can't do it because, unfortunately, don't have the staff, don't have the time, don't have the staff. My health is, not to go into my health. My health is not too great, but I'm on constantly working for this show. I'm always on there doing, I'm doing the job of 5 people right now. We used to have a staff of 3. Now it's just me. It's just me. Sometimes I do bring in one other person that does me favors every once in a while, and that's to help moderate the comments lines on there, and I'd appreciate that person's help onto there. But getting back to this, San Diego Comic-Con was over the weekend, and not a lot of people turned out. Not a lot of people are watching. Right now, those videos are still available on their YouTube site. I mean, this is a site with 160,000 subscribers. And on the average, about 2,000 views. I mean, we did a video for the Dragon Ball announcement, Dragon Ball Superheroes, Dragon Ball Superheroes, and that got like something like at least 100,000 views. That was like one of the largest ones. Everything else is getting 3-digit. There's a 14K there, 1,000 there, 400 there, 100 there, 600 there. I mean, there's some stuff in here, like Walking Dead did about The World Beyond, about 12,000 views. I think their other panel did a little bit more than that. You had stuff like, Fear of the Walking Dead, about 20,000 views. HBO, The Jellystone, about 3,000 views. Nobody cares about that. Blade Runner comics panel, 393. 55 years of Star Trek, 500 views. You go on and on and on. I mean, Robert Kirkman at Home, 3,700 views. Todd McFarlane, 4,300 views. Todd McFarlane. Duncanville, 1.2. I mean, you can go on and on and on. I mean, you look down the line. Crunchyroll Virtual Industry Panel, 1,500 views. The Comic-Con panel, Doctor Who Comic-Con panel, not even under 2,000 views. VHS 94, the sequel, the 4th movie of the VHS, not even 5,000 views on there. Tuca and Birdie, which, I'd say nobody cares about Tuca and Birdie. This is just a small group of people that like this series. 876 views. Nobody cared about that. Paramount Peak Animation, 11,000 views. I'm, surprised on that. 11,000 views on that. But you look through, here, I'm Asking of Snake Eyes, 10,000 views. Normally when you go to a Comic-Con, you got hundreds of thousands of people. You got rooms filling up on there. You just had that convention recently in Houston. that a lot of YouTubers went to Yellowfash, Ricada Law, and all that, and understaffed by the con, understaffed by the facility. Still had a great time. Everybody had the panel, the YouTube panel with Cecil and that Star Wars girl and Ricada and all that. It looked like you had about 800 to 1,000 people in that room. That room held about 1,000 people, and there were not that many empty seats. There were not that many empty seats. And this is going in person. This is not an at home. You know, this is the sad state of Comic-Cons like San Diego. They used to be so good. I used to be, wanting to save up to go, and I just miss out getting the reservations and stuff like that. Years ago, I ended up going to New York Comic-Con, which was great. Me and some of my friends would go. One year it was me. It was husbands and wives. Well, it was boyfriend and girlfriends at the time before I got married. But it was boyfriends and girlfriends. And me and my wife, my current wife, and one of my friends and his girlfriend. We all went together, but we ended up separated. And me and my friend, we did like the Rick and Morty and a couple of others. And then we find out that the ladies bailed out and went to a bar. And we're having drinks at a bar and then came back. I was like, oh my God. Plus also my friend, he happens to work in the industry. And I think he was doing the audio. He was doing the audio at the time for a group. First time in the United States, they do the music to Gundam. They do all the music for Gundam at the time. And there was like a big concert. First time in the United States at that time period. This was like years and years ago. I think it was like in the 2000s in that, beginning or mid 2000s, around there. And I got to see the rehearsals performance of it, because this was already, people were waiting online for hours for this, and I got to see it comfortably as my friend was helping adjust and stuff like that, and got to see some great music at the time. I mean, that's the adventure of the Comic-Con, going in, meeting people, seeing some great sights and stuff like that. All this recorded stuff. I mean, the Dragon Ball one was nicely done, as far as that, because they did it in a separate studio. This wasn't like a virtual, and these are not even live. That's the worst part about it. Why aren't you live, where people can at least chat on the side with you? And most of the comments are shut down on most of these. I mean, you look at some of these on there, the comments are all turned off. Wow, what were they worried about? People commenting, finding out that you have a rotten Comic-Con? You should listen to them. Listen to the viewers. Listen to the attendees. These are the people that are shelling out thousands upon thousands of dollars. I think the last time I went to a Comic-Con, I must have spent $700 to $1,000. Somewhere around there. I came back with tons of shirts. Figures and shit. Like, I mean, and I had a ticket for 3 days. 3 days. And did I go Sunday? I don't even think I went Sunday. I think I did Thursday, did Friday, Saturday, and I didn't even, I think Sunday because it was really not too much going on Sunday, nothing that we wanted to see on that, and we already picked up everything we wanted on Saturday. And like I said, the intrigue, the excitement of going to a con is what people want. Staying at home watching a video of something that's pre-recorded, that can be released at any time throughout the year. This is why you steer away from this. And then on top of that, the politics of the activism of some of these products. You know, the DC Comics, the Marvel. I mean, DC and Marvel were not even showing up on here, but DC Television was. You know, talk about the political things that are going on. You had one called Diversity in Comics, Why Exclusion and Visibility Matters. What the hell is that? Then I think there was one, you know, talking about gay in comics, which, you know, I don't think they read that article back in 2012 from Huffington Post that basically a lot of people in the LGBT community doesn't really want to watch that all the time. They don't want to read that all the time. They want good stories. Everybody wants good stories. Everybody wants a good story. There was one where it says gay geeks and where to find them. Why do I need to, you know, if I was gay, why do I need to find other gay people? I want to meet people. I don't need to know their sexual preference. I don't need to know their political preference. I just want to meet people, have fun, discuss anime, fantasy, science fiction, comic books, manga. You know, why do I need, you know, this is the reason why, you know, all these cons that do all these things that, you know, they have these issues. They have all these issues. There are certain small cons out there that do very well. For the reason is that they haven't gone this way, even though they'll have a panel or two of these, but most people don't even go to those panels. They go to the better panels. You know, they don't want the politics. See, we don't want the politics in here. We don't want the activism in here. Here's another one: abolishing traditional ideas of Latinas through Latina superheroes. We've had Latin superheroes. You know, this is more of the stupidity. You know, going through this, the one thing I see the most that's in here that's missing is a lot of manga and anime. I mean, you have a little bit here, a little bit there, but there is no major manga panel here. You know, you have a Comixology that they did a panel on Comic-Con at home. You know, of course, DC and Marvel did not put up videos for this. You know, we have all this other panels and stuff like that, and you know, didn't even, you know, even the Will Eisner did about 300 views because nobody really trusts the Will Eisner Awards. You know, American Dad, 1.5 views. It's not a lot. And like I said, I mean, even heavy metal under 1,500 views. And like I said, you know, they had, the Manga Publishing Industry Roundtable. Who did you have? Square Enix books, you know? and let me tell you something. The other thing that is, they could have invited some people that are doing independent comics. No, they're not going to do that because basically, you know, they don't like Comicsgate. So what? So freaking what? I don't look at it, the politics of these people, EVS and all the other. I love Alterna Comics. Alterna Comics got some great stuff out there. They've got some great stuff, and they're making more of it. They're making more of it. They're making it inexpensive, under $3. When have you last time you bought a comic for under $3? Really, truly. And I'm not talking digital. I'm talking physical paper comics. When was the last time you bought something into that nature in the mainstream? Not much. Most comics will break you in the bank these days. $75 to $100 a week. Just for the selection on it. That's why I started dropping it years ago for that reason. I stuck on some of the others, like the Walking Dead ones, some of the Buffy. I stayed on certain ones that I wanted, so I ended up spending about $40, $50 on there. And that was still too much. It used to be a time that I used to go in and get every comic I wanted for about $40. And I used to come home with a big pile of comics. Not anymore. Not anymore. So is this the end of Comic-Con at home? Probably. Probably with this amount of views. You know, they need to, next year, they need to go back into there, and none of this woke stuff, none of this political agendas, you know, all this crap that they keep putting out. You know, we want to see our favorite comics, our favorite shows, our favorite movie. I mean, there was not even Hollywood. Hollywood didn't even really show up to this. We didn't get any really, because Hollywood knows it's like I could throw the Dune trailer showed up outside Comic-Con at home. Normally you would get all those kind of talks and stuff like that. I think one of the biggest things, like I said, was VHS 94. So we reached the end of the video. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share this video. We'll see you in the fall. We're taking some time off, but we do have videos coming through for the next couple of weeks. You'll be seeing some content that we've been making for the last couple of weeks. So thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you in the fall, first week of September. Bye-bye now.